Welcome to the No Name Brand Podcast. My name is SASHKA, actress, singer, dancer, turned brand marketing, sales, and advertising strategist who brands your soul. And each week I bring you an inspiring person or message to help you discover your undergod, turn up your leadership notches, challenge the status quo, because you're fast and furious with a powerful message to share with the world. Thank you for taking time out with me today, and without further ado, let's get our creative and wisdom juices flowing. In today's episode, I speak to a gorgeous designer, strategist, and business coach, Tanja Seetzen. She's based in Hamburg in Germany. She shows online entrepreneurs worldwide how to build their business on a solid foundation with presence and strategy. She's a go-getter and teaches you how to own your power. Please welcome with me, Tanja Seetzen. And the crowd goes wild. Hello.
Woo! Thank you very much, SASHKA.
Welcome. It's so lovely to have you here. How are you today?
Oh, I'm really excited. I'm feeling so good about it. And I was so looking forward to finally be here and talk to you.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, lovely. I'm going to dive right in, and I want to know what it means to own your power. Do we give it away too often?
Oh, yeah, we do. And we do it so much that we sometimes don't even realize it. So, for example, when you talk to people or people just give a compliment or judge you or whatever it is, and you take it personally, then we give away the power. We always have the choice to say, it's just a saying, it's just a judgment, but it's not mine, or it's maybe a nice compliment, so I can also own a compliment. But people usually tend to say, you know what, oh yeah, it's nice you say that, but you know, something XYZ. And then it's like, no, just take it, own it, and be proud of it. And if someone says something bad to you, if you point with one finger to someone else, 3 fingers point back to you. So keep that in mind and own your power.
That is awesome. That is so true. I know with my children, for example, aside from business, they're not taught in school how to own their power because their power gets taken away from such a young age. So they grow up not expressing their own viewpoints, or they only know how to get angry because they haven't been taught how to own their power and have a discussion or voice their opinions.
Yes, absolutely. It's also like everyone has the right to have her or his own opinion. And usually in school, we are not taught to say, you know, it's your opinion, stand in for this, you know, and usually it's like, no, you have to follow the crowd. And this is also a thing when you decide to follow a trend, you follow a crowd, or you try to copy someone, you definitely don't own your power. Just give it away.
That is so true. Do you think only extroverts or ambiverts as personalities can own their power? Because it's such a bold statement, and it's really something you want to be.
It seems so, because usually as an extrovert, for example, you always, when a person is extrovert, you always see it and feel it, because an introvert is more like, no, I stay in the background. I will stand in the shadow. But anyway, they can still own their power, because and this is sometimes what introverts forgot, that they have an own power, they have an own presence, and usually they're not aware of it. And when you're not aware of it, then you don't own your power. It's still there, but sometimes this is where we have then to work on, to say, you know what, don't give it away, because you have it even if you don't say a word. And that's the most powerful thing you have.
So do you feel that power comes first from the inside to be shown on the outside, but the first thing that we see is the outside, but it can only come to the outside if we have it on the inside?
Yes, it's definitely an inside job. But when you see people who are very strong and powerful, it doesn't mean that they really own their power. Sometimes it's more show up, entertainment, or the appearance, instead of really being connected to your own power. So if you see a person who's really, where we say, oh my God, she has such a glow or whatever, then you know exactly she did the inside job and connected this to the outside. So, but if you see people who just show up and are very good in self-marketing and just talking without any meaning, they are not connected.
That is so true. That is so true. Putting on the mask and faking it till you make it. I do believe in the saying, faking it till you make it, but doing it honestly and humbly.
Oh, yes, I'm totally with you, because faking it till you make it, it's also more, the saying is more first for me, just to say, okay, you know what, it's totally fine to go out, to build up my business, to show people what I have. And if I have to fake it a bit, fine. Everyone has to start somewhere, and we all need our first client when we start. So of course you have to do it, because people trust other people who already did the job. So of course you have to add this. But faking it till you make it, when you're growing and always faking it, no, absolutely, that will never last on the long run.
Yeah, you can sniff it a mile away if you're a fake, like a real fakey.
Yes, exactly.
I often see how businesses combine personal branding with branding and marketing. And I find it very, very, very interesting, because it's kind of like a music mogul manager who puts together boy and girl band. And they're taking what they have, their talents, but adding a bit of pizzazz for show business as extras. Is that what combining style with business is? Or what is it in your definition of what you do?
So in my definition, it's more of, because we have to wear something every day. And why not wearing something which really supports me and gives me the strength and confidence to really show myself up and step into the spotlight when I do my business. So it's all about being aware of, what really benefits me when I'm wearing this and that. And so you can combine this, because what you're wearing, it's not to judge people from the outside. It's more of, you wear something and I can see if this is something you truly love to wear or not. And if you truly love to wear it, you are connected to your inside, of course. And so you can speak without saying a word. Why not using this power when you have it?
Nice. I love that.
You know, for example, when you see, Steve Jobs kept it quite simple. With a black turtleneck, jeans, old running shoes.
Yeah.
But we all knew this. We all knew him. He kept it simple, because then he was not distracting. It was not distracting for him to think about what to wear when he goes on stage. And that's quite easy to do, because that was him. He wanted to be just a simple salesman, a simple marketing man. And that's him, and this is what we have to find out, to say, you know what, and that's you. That's absolutely you. You feel amazing in it. You can really grab the attention of everyone. You can be there for your business, represent it, and you don't have to think about it. Either you want to do a video, you want to go on stage, or you just want to outside on an event, talk to people and say, you know what, that's my business, that's me. So to keep the distraction low, it's always important to know what you can wear when, what will support you, and where we can support the inside. So this is what you use in business. So it's not about wearing a suit or a dress every day. Absolutely not. So we are free from a dress code, so we can do whatever we want. But always keep in mind, value yourself first, your business and your clients. That's all about.
I love that. And I don't think I truly valued it prior to my own business. When you're an employee, you dress to impress anyhow.
Yes.
But there's a dress code, and it's more according to what the dress code is within the company. If you're I was working for a luxury brand, and everyone was all fashionable, and I'm not really fashionable, because I mix and match whatever I feel comfortable in. But at the same time, you can also do it in your own style. So I love that. So describe how you work with a client. So what is it that you're just doing personal branding? So with clothes and style and makeup combined with business coaching, as in marketing, or just the personal branding?
No, it's all in once, I would say. So the presence is also what you put out there in your name. So it's all about your brand, your personality, that you're authentic. So because your business needs a human face, and that's you. And this is what we want to show outside, and we want to show it that you still feel comfortable about it. So that you say, yes, I really love to do it, and I love to represent my business, and I'm not feeling ashamed of, or I'm scared of. So there's a lot to do before you start doing the branding, to say, okay, what's your theme? What are you really about? And what is important for you? So I need the values. And for example, if some people say, I absolutely, the jeans denim girl. Yeah. So wear a jeans every day. If this makes you happy, I won't tell you the opposite. And I can give you options, and then you can choose. If you feel, today it's more the feminine style, wearing the heels, perfect. Tomorrow, no, I'm wearing my canvas, do it. If this is something where you feel amazing in it, you will produce different kind of content, you will do different kind of videos, and the people will really feel your energy. And this is what we want to create, because you want to have the impact, you want to inspire people, and you want to really build your business, and of course the income which is following then. So that's really about. And also we take care of the website, because all in your presence. So you have different stages what you're building up. It's either you show up in Facebook groups, you show up live somewhere, you do videos for YouTube, and also on your website, because the website speaks for you when you are not talking.
So true. Yeah. Thank you, Jester. I did have an idea about personal branding, of course, and the combination with the business branding. It's always so difficult to put the two together. Or I find the perception of the two, putting it together, I understand it, but it's like, well, how are you doing it? How are you doing it? So are you working more on visual branding in the business side, and then correlating it with your personal look and feel? Like, how do you do it? Like, what's your special juju work that you do with your client?
Okay, the special thing is, first of all, we go a little bit deep down inside. So before I can help someone to have the complete image in the outside, I need to understand the inside. So we have to work on that before. So either there are fears of not, that they are scared of going in front of the camera, doing a video, whatever it is, I have to find out what it is, because during our work together, we will try to really delete that fear. And this can either happen with, okay, I give you a very powerful outfit, wear it, and then do the video just to show your own fear. Sorry, you won't stop me. Never ever. You know, sometimes we have those moments, even when you have like a visual in your mind, and you say, you know what, watch me and learn, and then you just go out and do the job. And even when you then go back at home and you say, oh my God, what I did, but you did it, you know, and that's the first step to do it. That we say, okay, of course you have fears, feel it and do it anyway. And so I can work on, even say, okay, let's choose just a few pictures. We're working with them. You can place your message on. So I really try to simplify ways so that they can concentrate on really creating content, maybe just visualizing this in different pictures, which are quite easy, which are absolutely fitting into what they want to show outside. So I want to create that the image, if they do a video, it's the same image if they are posting, so that you don't have any differences. Because some people, what I notice is that they have really high quality glossy pictures, and then they're doing a Facebook live video, and I'm a little bit shocked.
Like me.
Because I was like, is this her? Really? I'm not sure, because they look like two different persons. It's like, I know this is not what we want to do, because this is not authentic. This is where we have to say, okay, you want to speak to those kind of clients? Okay, and this is you. So let's connect this.
Definitely. I'm photogenic, but it's more, I don't like to do the simple stuff. So I've always got the hats around, and I've got all the funny stuff, because that's all me. That's the way I am.
Exactly. So, you have your own theme. And that's where I always say, yeah, that's SASHKA. So yet that's also your USP somehow. This is likely what we say, the recognition value, you know, that I know exactly when I see a video of you, because you deliver what you promise, and then that's you inside out.
Inside out.
And yes, but that's the point, you know, that you play even with the Alice in Wonderland style. So, and then this is great connection. I mean, even you can always add the white rabbit and the time, and you know, it's just a metaphor. Did you say metaphor? Yeah, somehow, so that people can understand, because people can understand things better in a very easy way. So that's why I, for example, use Audrey Hepburn and add her, because she had her own style. Everyone remembers her, even if she was not the one who was really always showing up. She was not the one shouting from the rooftop, oh, here I am, I'm the biggest actress. No, she didn't do it. And this is when people understand, when I say, okay, this is the way how we can do business. It's not necessary that you are standing outside on the street and shouting to people that you have a business. No.
Yeah. And Audrey Hepburn is one of my favorite actresses. of all time.
And she has her own story as well. So that's amazing what she went through. It was not always like Hollywood glamour.
Yeah, but that's being put in the spotlight is when you start discovering who you are from the inside out, because the outside is what you present, and then people start digging from the inside. What's the easiest way to include design and style into our businesses to uplift not only our image, but also our business leadership?
Therefore, I would always go really to the wardrobe, really, and see, okay, there must be, at least every one of us has it. That's the fact, that everyone has an outfit where you say, oh my God, when I wear it, I feel so confident. When I go out, turning heads, that's me. So, and if you really say, I want to take the leadership in my business and I want to go out and I want to be seen as a leader, even if you just create content, wear this outfit, you will see the difference. And that's the easiest way to start from, to say, I am fully aware of, and that's the awareness. I mean, we know the awareness, focus, and clarity is always the most important part. That you can say, you know what, I would dress today up like this. I put on the makeup, even if I don't have a date, I don't have a reason, create your own reason to do it, because you have to run a business. That's your reason every day. And you can say, yes, I dress up, I put on the makeup, and I feel absolutely comfortable in my skin, because that's it's all about. And then you can easily say, when you sit there and you feel so professional as a leader, you will speak differently to your clients. You will, even on the phone, even just if they don't see you, because that's the subconscious level, because I can even hear it on the phone if someone is sitting there, with the shoulders down or straight up. There is something in the voice where we notice this. And even someone told me when I was working for a big company and we are doing sales, and he said, even I can hear it if someone is wearing a pajama. And I was like, what? That's possible? And he said, yes, because the person will react differently and talk not so strong or confident as if they would dress up in a suit, or like at least, a shirt and a proper trousers. And I was like, oh my God. So it has more influence on everything than we thought before. So that's why when people tell me, you know what, people just see me in the upper part, so I just have to wear a nice top and then I can wear sweatpants. And I said, no, you can't, because there's a mismatch, and this will influence your mind, because you feel that you just did half of the job for that day. So why should you waste your power? Why should you give it away just because you were so lazy to wear proper pants?
It's so
no,
true.
Don't do it. And it's not necessary to go out and spend a lot of shopping, because my approach is, first we will check what's in there, where are the favorite pieces, and then we will be aware of, okay, are there things you can get rid of? Do it now. So leave the space for the right things.
I love that. Leave the space for the right things. We'll have to tweet that.
Yes.
How did you begin to own your own style and business coach business and stand up for what you really wanted to do and stop the hiding?
Oh, yeah. So my story is a little bit like, my weight was always an issue in my family. So it was always like the up and down thing. So no one told me to be proud of myself, to stand in my power, be confident no matter what my weight is. And so why I had this up and down with the weight, I had to be quite creative, because I couldn't afford always to buy a new wardrobe.
Oh, wow.
So I really got into the mix and match and always added things creatively. And people were like, oh my God, okay, she knows what she's doing. And people were asking me for advices, even like if you can do my makeup and stuff like this. And I never did it before. And I was like, yeah, I can do it. Don't worry. Wow. So I did. And then a few people told me like, you should do something else and not say. And so, as my parents, they owned a restaurant, but it was ruined after 30 years. So it held me back. And it held me back, like going out and doing my business, but it was still in my DNA. So I tried a few jobs as an employee, but I was always like, no, that's not me. I'm not here to help anyone to get rich. I'm not here to help anyone, to realize their dreams are not mine. So I have to stop it. And therefore I decided, okay, it's time to do it. And so I started slowly, still in the back. And today, looking back, I would say I lost at least a year to create my visibility. And today, of course, I would do it differently. But yeah, it took me a while to say, no, I'm an entrepreneur. I was born for this kind of journey. Even sometimes it's like, oh my God, really? but still it was more like, no. And when I realized, okay, I know the technical and creative part, but still people are coming to me looking for advices. They want to just turned into it to say, you know what, I add this business coaching to it. I already told you something about the website. It was also styling. So, and I also tell you what to do for your next photo shoot, that you can create the right pictures for social media, website, and for yourself. So, and I was like, yeah, so it's clear. It's the clear picture. Let's go and do it. But it took me a while, some really roller coasters. And still, I mean, it's a quite tough burden, you know, when you see after 30 years of being self-employed, that was the time when also my dad died, that nothing was left, just debts. And you say like, I don't want to follow that road really, but still I have the dream of doing something on my own. So it was a constantly fight within me. And so I said, you know what, if I don't try it, then I will regret it later on. So
good for you.
Yes.
And it's not easy in the beginning in terms of getting it off the ground. But like you were saying, you know, people or friends or colleagues or acquaintances would ask, can you do my makeup? Can you do this? And you kind of think about it and you're like, maybe I should be doing something. And then the irony is that once you step into that role, everyone disappears and you're like, hello? Like,
yes.
Yeah, I'm here to actually serve you because you gave me an idea. Now you're all gone.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it just goes from, it's a snowball effect though. So you start consistency. I posted this today. So many entrepreneurs are like, nobody's noticing me. I'm like, you're not consistent. You know, you have to be out there every single day. Even though social media might annoy you, offline, online, whatever, you still have to be present. You have to be visible in whichever form and have your theme and your strategy, what you're going to be putting out there. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to be a follower and not a leader.
And that's the point, because no one who created a business wanted to be a follower or a trend. So they all wanted to be an original. So don't start to copy or think if you do it like someone else. Or, I mean, it's totally fine somehow to step back sometimes, you know, to just see, okay, if this is still aligned with me, if there's a change needed, totally fine. But you decided to run a business. And so even in the beginning, when people ask me what I do, that was a little bit strange, because here in Germany, people are not so open-minded always. So when I say, yeah, I just quit my job, I just started my business, and people were like, what? What are you doing? And I was like, yeah, okay, let's change the subject. Anyway, you know, before people, it's scary if you say, you know what, I just quit it. I don't have a plan B. I don't have a backup plan. I just do it. And if it doesn't work, I still can work as an employee. You know, I don't have to lose anything. So people are sometimes, when they're close to me and I talk about it, I was like, yeah, that's so fantastic. And I meet so many amazing people. You know, the online space is full of them. You just have to reach out. And I'm so glad that we have the chance today to work internationally, so that I'm not restricted to locally Hamburg.
Same.
Because that's my heart is about, like being international, being the oyster, the world. She's our oyster. Yeah, and this is what it's all about. So sometimes I think also it scares people if you say you do it, because somehow they would love to change the job, going for the dream, whatever. Yeah. And they're scared to face the fear. Yeah. Absolutely. And to create a new comfort zone. So this is when people are quite shocked, you know, in my presence, when I was like, yeah, I just do it. And you know what, somehow it work out, even if there are issues and troubles. Yes, I have to go through it. And to be honest, you as an employee, you have the same, just in a different shape. Exactly. So, you know, just to be honest about it, that there is no guarantee, and it's impossible to control the uncontrollable things. So yeah, and this is sometimes where people look at us and say, ooh, sometimes it's fascinating and sometimes it's scary.
Well, business is really life. You get up in the morning and you have to live it. So you wake up in the morning and you have your own business. You have to run it. There is no, for me, there was a long time where it was plan B. And it was really interesting what my norm of plan A, plan B is. It means plan A is like the only solution. Plan B is not the only solution. And some people see it as plan B is number 2, plan C is number 3. And I was like, really? Wow, I never thought about that before. That's pretty interesting. But anyway, I digress. So tell me something. Or is there something that you're not very good at?
Well, I'm not very good at, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the administration work. Absolutely not me, you know, and sometimes I'm not good at planning all through the end. I'm more the one, okay, we plan halfway through, let's just do it. I'm done with the planning. And there are more people like a controller, a person who's a controller who says, no, we have to calculate until the end. And I was like, no, let's just go for it. And, sometimes it would be, of course, it would pay off if you do more the detailed planning instead of just, okay, I know where I have to go. I just run the rest. I will figure out on the way. So yeah, this is sometimes my impatient where I say, can we just go on and just do it? Can we do the planning later? And this is something where I see, I need those financial number people in my team to say, you know what, just let's think through because you can't do all on your own. So I'm more of, I know it like the motivator or doing the concepts and all the stuff. So, but for numbers, I definitely always reach out for help. So this is absolutely not mine. I know what I have to do. And it's also for me like to say, you know what, I have to be honest to myself. Otherwise, I can't work in my zone of genius because this will distract me from it. And so, numbers, fine. I also can calculate. That's not the problem. But it's more like, I want to do something. Even in my former jobs, it was more like, do we have to talk about this so much? Can we just do it? So yeah, that's sometimes the thing. And I also have to say, I'm sometimes better to put together or help people with their websites instead of doing my own, It's more of like, I care more about helping them and helping my clients. And then like, oh, I also have to do it. But then it's more like, I also sometimes take it as an excuse. No, there's a client. Instead of, no, I have to do my own work. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I think normal things.
Normal things, yeah. Well, for us, it's normal because we've recognized it, but for maybe some entrepreneurs, they haven't recognized it. So, but it's true. Normally our businesses are the ones that come last where they should come first, but we do that with ourselves as well. We put ourselves last instead of first. So that's also the case. So we're coming near the end of this very, very interesting. I have a lot of questions that I'd love to ask you. So I might even start chatting to you afterwards as well.
Yes.
So I have two questions that I ask all the guests near the end. I personally have my core values and words, which are very close to me. And I'd love for you to tell me what emotions come up for you when you hear my core values. So basically filling in the blank. So creativity for you is?
One of the excitements of my life.
Like that. Wisdom for you is?
Core strength for me.
The what?
The core strength for me is absolutely necessary.
That is really nice. I like that. Passion for you is?
Something I can't live without it.
Oh, cool. I love it. And how do you want to change the world or challenge the world doing what you do?
I want to change, maybe also challenge, because that's quite funny what you can get out of people if you challenge them and they are ready to go. Is that really people are aware of what they have as an asset, what they can use, and also to own their power and to really go out and get the business they want. So it's really out there, and I just want to help them to see them and use whatever they have. And this is like really creating the presence you feel absolutely comfortable about it. And then it makes it so easy for you to show up every day.
That is so true. That was well said. So I'm going to be taking a screenshot of Tanja. She has an amazing array of visuals on the wall and everything behind her. And she's got something really cool that she's got there. Shine on, you crazy diamond. I absolutely love that. My nickname is Diamond from my mum and Butterfly.
Oh.
So that's, and definitely crazy diamond I am. And I think we'll both be doing that, Tanja. We'll both be shining on like crazy diamonds.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much for being here and for sharing your wisdom and for honoring your own power and sharing that with the listeners and myself today. And I look forward to a few cooperations because there's a lot of things that we see online. And then once we speak to the person, that's where the sale or the actual perception is, the circle is closed and you're able to make your own judgments of somebody, or not judgments, just impressions of someone.
Yes.
And you are beautiful inside and out. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much, SASHKA. It was such a lovely time spending here with you. And I love the questions. It was so different what I did before. And yeah, so you will definitely get a picture of my wall.
Awesome. With Tanja in it. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Tanja, for being here.
Thank you.
And I'll see you again next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dang, that was just supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I enjoyed having you on board, and please do me and you a favor. Head on over to iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher. Click subscribe, and a super bonus, leave your review and you stand a chance of being announced and advertised on the show. I'm always striving to ensure that your brand is uplifted and empowered. Remember, done is better than perfect. So be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and send in your feedback too. You're the absolute best. Keep rocking.